I quit my $300,000 a year job to start a brand new business in a brand new industry. And in this video, I'm gonna break down why I gave up the job, the 3 lessons that I learned that changed absolutely everything, and now what I'm focusing on. So before we get into it, let me back up a little bit. So when I was 20 years old, me and my dad started a business together called Martel Turnkey. And that business is still alive today, it's still around today. But after running that business with my family for around 10 years, and I was making good money from the business, as you can see from the title of this YouTube video, I was making very, very good money from this business. But there's a couple of things I learned as I try to scale up that business, as I try to grow, not personally, but also for the business and also for the family, that I had a lot of family talks with myself and with my family around what we were doing with the business and where I wanted to go, and how the current thing that I was doing didn't get me to where I wanted to go. There was 3 really big lessons that kind of changed everything for me and made me just walk away and start a whole new thing in a whole new industry, which I'll share with you today. The first lesson is that comfort is a trap. I got fucking comfortable, okay? I went right out of college. I flipped my first house when I was 22 years old. And in that first year, I flipped 8 houses. The next year, 16. Next year, 32. Next year, 64. Next year, 128. Next year, 250. Overall, we had flipped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of properties. And I thought that business would make me hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month, not per year, every single month. I thought that this business was going to be able to get me there, until we were doing so much volume with that business that I realized that it wasn't going to get me there. But I was so fucking comfortable that I was like, I don't know, if I just hang on tight enough, if I just hire enough people, if I just do this, then I can get there. The truth is that I just got comfortable, just like you might be comfortable at your job. And I just got comfortable running the business on autopilot, making good money, bills were paid for. I knew it was never gonna get me to my dream goal of making $1 million a month, you know, right? If making 300 grand a year, my dream was to make $1 million a month. And I knew that this business, Martel Turnkey, was just not gonna get me there. And I was too comfortable to let go of it. But what I realize now is that I was comfortable. And I think for you and your job right now, if you're saying stuff like that, well, if I just get the raise, if I just stay another 12 months, if I just wait for my stock options, we're all comfortable because change is hard. But the thing is, if you take a step back, and maybe this video, while you're searching for this video, has shown up on your profile and while you're watching here now, that you may be starting to realize that you're saying the same shit to yourself. I was making really good money with my business. Cash was coming in every single month, and I was even comfortable with that. And so for you, you have to start looking back at what are you telling yourself every single day that's kind of making you not quit, making you not quit, making you not quit, making you not quit. And the biggest income shifts that you're gonna have is when you start getting uncomfortable, when you start that new business, when you quit your current job and go get a raise at another company. So those challenging hurdles are kind of like stepping stones or leaps above in terms of your net worth and the income that you can make. The possibility of how much money you can possibly make goes up leaps and bounds if you make changes. But for me, I think another thing was that I was just so dead set on, I can grow this business, I can do more houses, I can sell more, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, until you get to a point where you just get completely burnt out. And then you look back and you're like, holy fuck, I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been flipping houses for 8 fucking years. And flipping houses is a lot of fucking work. And it's a full-time job. It's active. It's nothing passive about it, okay? So please start looking at the things you're telling yourself and look at if those things you're telling yourself are just because you're in your comfort zone. And if we were to 10x the amount of income you were gonna make, can this current role get you there? If that's what your goal is, which I'm assuming if you're looking up this kind of shit on YouTube, your goal is to make way more money, exponential amounts more money than you're currently making. Can this job get me to 5 or 10x what I'm currently making? If the answer is no, you're comfortable. And it's time to start getting uncomfortable and thinking outside of the box. And that brings me to lesson number 2. Once you've stopped learning, you've stopped growing. And this is exactly what happened to me. And maybe for you and your job as well, but for me, house flipping is the same, right? You buy the house, you renovate it, you rent it out, and you sell it. The business is exactly the fucking same. But as we started to scale up, there was more like personnel. How do I train people? How do I hire people, fire people? All these different skills that I'm learning, which maybe you have learned in your job. But I ran that business for 10 years. Like the first couple of years, I did learn all those things. Sure, it wasn't like the same volume because it was only 10 houses a month versus 50 houses a month or whatever the case may be, right? But you and your business too, and in your job, you may be struggling with the same exact thing. You might be like, I know fucking everything here. Yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah, I know how to do that. Like once you know how everything works in the entire company, it's time for you to get the fuck out of there. And for me, I stuck around too long. It's kind of like 1 and 2 combined. I was too comfortable because I knew how everything worked and I'd done it so many times repeatedly. And then the second thing is I just stopped learning because there's nothing more to learn about the single family home space. After you've done 300 single family house flips, there's nothing more to learn. I mean, sure, there's like little things that you can optimize, or I started raising money from, bigger private money lenders and different things like that, but you kind of stop learning about the business fundamentally. And so I think when you first get into a role, there's this much to learn. And then 5 years in, you're still learning, but you're just learning less and less and less and less. And I think, again, if you can leave that job, if you can leave that money, just like I did, I had to eventually just walk away from the fucking money and be like, I need to go and do something new. And I went from learning this much every single month to learning this much every single month, which is part of the reason why I'm making this content and making content like this, is because of the amount of stuff that I had learned. Just imagine if I'm still flipping single family houses today. It'd be cool to say I flipped over 1,000 houses, but I wouldn't fucking know anything about marketing, sales, running ads, starting a multifamily fund, raising money from accredited investors, all this kind of stuff that I've learned just over the last couple of years. So in the last couple of years, I feel like I've learned 10 times more than what I learned running Martel Turnkey. And lesson number 3 is live your life for you. And this was especially true because I was working in a family business, and you may not be working in a family business, but this is your fucking life. And I feel like a lot of people live their lives and especially keep their jobs, keep their income coming in for their spouses, for their family, right? To be able to go out to dinners or take their families out to dinner, or for their friends because they want to keep up with the Joneses and they want to buy the nice fucking car and do all stupid shit like that. And I think people are not really living for themselves when they look deep inside. I think that they are keeping that job because it keeps the lights on and they don't have to look embarrassed because they don't have any money coming in and they can't go out anymore, right? Eventually, you're gonna have to decide, do you wanna stay comfortable, keep doing the same thing until you die? Or is it time for you to leave that thing and go and live your fucking life for you? And yeah, you might have to go 3 steps backwards. You might have to sell the car, you downsize the apartment, you might have to sell your nice clothes, you might have to buy a scooter like me and scooter around Miami instead of driving a Tesla. You might have to do those things. But if you take those 3 steps backward, you can take 30 steps forward instead of taking 1 step every single year. That's like a perfect example of how it feels. And you may feel like, yeah, I mean, I'm getting a little bit better. And I think that's why it kind of becomes addicted, because every year, oh, I still get the 5% raise. Yeah, but if we went from 120 grand a year, 300 grand a year to 0, and we had to start over, and you really challenge yourself, how much would you learn in that 12 or 24 fucking months? You would learn 1,000 times more about yourself and also the people around you, to be honest. And that's where this lesson is so important, is because if you start living your life for you, you'll notice that the people around you weren't even fucking there for you to begin with. They only wanted to hang out with you because you did split the yacht with them. They only hung out with you because you did split the private jet with them. They only hung out with you because you could afford to go on the vacations. If you can't afford to go on the fucking vacations, they don't want to hang out with you, and they don't even want your company. So really, they were just hanging out with you because you made things more affordable for them. And I think that's the harsh reality that a lot of people will face, and a lot of the reasons why people never do leave their jobs, never quit, never start their own business, never go and get the new job, never start investing in real estate, never buy the multifamily property. Because what if something goes wrong and I embarrass myself? And eventually you're gonna have to make the decision of whether you wanna live your life for you or live your life for somebody else. And with me and the family dynamic, with the family business, it's so much more fucking complicated too. Because me and my dad have been partners in every single business. And every couple of years I'm like, should I do my own thing? Should I do my thing not with the family? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I've really had to take a deep look at it and be like, is every family member providing their value to the business? I don't care what your last name is. If you are not providing value to the business, even though you have the same last name as me, sorry, I don't care. And I've hired plenty of family members, and some of them worked out, some of them didn't work out, some of them was abysmal, right? It doesn't matter what your last name is for me. It matters what value you add to the company. And now to bring that back into the whole lesson of this, you need to live your life for you. Just because you've done something with a family member or a cousin or a relative 20 times doesn't mean you have to keep fucking doing it. It's your life. And I remember one time I started a little business with somebody else. It was the first business I started without my dad involved. And I remember like tearing up on the phone because I had to tell him like, hey, this one's just me, And I had to tell him this, and I was like, kind of hurt that I had to like, not even kick him out, but I was just like, yeah, but this is your fucking life. And if he's gonna kind of backfire on that and be like, whoa, you started a business without me, you fucking then hey, maybe you're not that great of a dad. And what did he say when I said, hey, Eric, actually this business is just gonna be me and my buddy. If we need your help and your expertise, I'll loop you in. He's like, awesome. Yeah, don't worry about looping me in, but if you need any help with anything, with a CPA, bookkeeper, legal, available, just let me know. I'm here for you. And then he was like, how are you going to do the bank account? How are you going to set it up? Do you need my help to do it? Cool. You guys got the operating agreement done? Great. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. That sounds sweet. Yeah. Let me know if you ever need my help. Would love to be involved. Haha, of course. But yeah, that's awesome. Let me know how it goes, right? Once you start living the life for you, you're really going to see who the fuck is there for you and who is there just for the shit that you have. So Antoine, what the hell did you do with all of these lessons? Well, I left Martel Turnkey and I started an education business. So I went in from the fix and flip business to the education business and actually taught people about how to do what I do. And I've ran that business. It's called Flip System. I've ran that business for the last couple of years, millions and millions of dollars in online sales. We would run paid ads to get consumers to invest in their education, to start their own real estate business, to buy rental properties, to flip their first house, burr their first house. So I've ran that business and that business is still going. I have a team there that's running the business, doing very, very well. And then more recently in 2025, I started a real estate fund. And so that's a lot of the time and attention that I have on a daily basis is going. And part of the reason that I'm making a lot of this content is to help you guys go out there and make more money, live your dream life, and then eventually partner up and invest with me in some multifamily properties. And so I'm starting a real estate fund. What that means is that I go and buy multifamily properties. I take accredited investors, people that make over 200, 300 grand a year or $1 million in net worth. They invest in my apartment buildings. We partner up on those buildings together to buy assets across the country. And we don't have many more doors now. We're just getting started, but the goal is to have thousands and thousands of units and raise money across the country, across the world to buy as many apartment buildings as we possibly can. So that's been my new mission. And it's crazy because Martel Turnkey, I worked there for 10 years. Flip System, I only worked there for 2 or 3 years. The real estate fund now is something brand new. And it just seems like as you kind of callous your mind a little bit more, you get in the habit of doing these lessons that we talked about in this video, but they become more and more on autopilot because the first time you do it, it's really, really tough and brutal. And you're like, what am I gonna do? I have a panic attack. But the more that you do it, the easier that it becomes, the easier that it gets to go out there and you have a calloused mind. You've done it before, I do it again. And now I'm noticing way, way faster with these business models, the issues that I had with Martel Turnkey. Re-looking at my goals, reflecting, is this business gonna get me there? No. Okay, cool. Then I know exactly what to do. I need to go implement these 3 things, right? I need to live for myself. I've stopped learning and I'm comfortable. I need to get the fuck out of this business. I'm gonna hire people, have them run the show, and I'm gonna go and do the next thing. And with Flip System, I went cold turkey. I was making a really, really good amount of money and I just went like that. And I hired people, kept them in place, and I just said, you guys are good, see you later. And I went on to start the real estate fund. I had no fucking idea what I was gonna do next. I had no idea that the real estate fund was gonna be the model that I was gonna choose to do after Flip System, but I was like, dude, I just learned everything that I possibly could. I'm getting comfortable, the paycheck's coming in, it's super easy, and I need to live my life for me and I need to go on to the next thing because I'd kind of tapped out of what I thought I could learn in that business and that model, the education business. And so starting the real estate fund, I'm now back to learning this much every single year. And I'm learning so much about this new space, and this multifamily real estate space, multifamily fund, or just real estate fund in general is probably one of the highest leverage businesses that you can possibly run. There's probably gonna make some more videos about that later. So yeah, thank you for staying until the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified when I post more videos just like this one. Good luck out there. Let me know in your comments what you thought of this and what future videos you want me to make. See ya.